Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a super important topic that a lot of us try to avoid: money. Specifically, we're going to talk about 5 common financial mistakes that can silently, and I mean silently, sabotage your future. These are the kinds of errors that don't seem like a big deal day to day, but over time, they can have a massive, devastating impact. Trust me, you don't want to wake up in your 40s or 50s wondering where all your money went. So, if you're ready to get your financial life in order, stick around. Let's get into it. The very first, and maybe the most common mistake, is simply not having a budget. I know the word budget sounds boring, restrictive, and just plain no fun. It feels like putting your money on a strict diet. But that's the reality. Not having a budget is like trying to drive to a new city without a map or GPS. You'll just be driving around aimlessly, wasting gas, and you'll probably never reach your destination. A budget is your financial roadmap. It tells your money where to go, instead of you wondering where it went. Think about it. You get your paycheck and you feel rich for a day. You buy that new gadget, you eat out a few times, you subscribe to another streaming service. Before you know it, it's the end of the month and you're scraping by, waiting for the next paycheck. Sound familiar? That's what happens without a plan. Budgeting isn't about cutting out all the fun. It's about being intentional. It's about deciding what's truly important to you and allocating your resources to those things first. Maybe that's saving for a down payment, paying off debt, or investing for retirement. Without a budget, your most important financial goals are always taking a backseat to random, impulsive spending. It's the silent killer of financial progress. Alright, moving on to mistake number 2, and this one is a beast: ignoring high-interest debt. I'm talking about credit card debt, personal loans, things like that. It's so easy to just make the minimum payment each month and think you're doing okay. The credit card company is happy. You're not getting angry calls. So, what's the problem? The problem is that high-interest debt is like a financial parasite. It latches on and slowly drains your wealth. Let's do some quick math. Say you have a $5,000 balance on a credit card with an 18% interest rate. If you only make the minimum payment, it could take you over 20 years to pay it off, and you'd end up paying thousands and thousands of dollars in interest alone. That's money that could have been invested, saved for a vacation, or used to build a secure future. Instead, it's just vanishing into thin air, making the bank richer. Ignoring this debt is like trying to fill a bucket with a hole in it. No matter how much money you pour in, you're constantly losing some. It creates a cycle of financial stress that can feel impossible to escape. So face the debt head on. Make a plan to attack it aggressively. It's one of the most powerful moves you can make for your financial health. Now for mistake number 3, lifestyle inflation. This one is sneaky. It happens so gradually you might not even notice. Lifestyle inflation is when your spending increases every time your income does. You get a raise at work, and what's the first thing you do? Maybe you upgrade your apartment, buy a fancier car, or start dining at more expensive restaurants. It feels like you deserve it, right? You worked hard for that raise, and you do. But if every single dollar of that new income goes towards a bigger lifestyle, you're not actually getting any wealthier. You're just raising the bar on your monthly expenses. You're essentially stuck on a treadmill. You're running faster, earning more, but you're not actually moving forward financially. Your savings rate stays the same, or even worse, it goes down. The danger here is that you become accustomed to this higher standard of living, and it becomes incredibly difficult to go back. What happens if you lose that job or your income takes a hit? Suddenly, you're in a real crisis because your expenses are so high. The key is to consciously decide what to do with any new income. A good rule of thumb is to save or invest at least half of every raise. That way, you can enjoy some of your hard-earned money now while also significantly accelerating your journey to financial freedom. Let's talk about mistake number 4, not investing early enough. So many people think investing is something you do when you older or rich. They put it off thinking, I'll start when I have more money, or I'll figure it out in my 30s. This is one of the most costly financial mistakes you can possibly make, all because of one magical force: compound interest. Albert Einstein supposedly called it the 8th wonder of the world, and for good reason. It's the interest you earn on your initial investment, plus the interest on the interest. It's an exponential growth machine. Here's an example. Let us say you invest $5,000 a year starting at age 25. By the time you reach 65, assuming a reasonable market return, you could have over $1 million. Now, let us say you wait just 10 years and start at age 35. To reach that same $1 million mark by 65, you'd have to invest more than double that amount each year. That 10-year delay makes the hill you have to climb so much steeper. Every single day you wait to invest is a day you losing out on the power of compounding. You don't need to be an expert, and you don't need a lot of money to start. You can begin with a small amount in a simple index fund. The most important thing is just to start. Time is your single greatest asset when it comes to building wealth. Don't waste it. Finally, we arrive at the fifth and final mistake: having no emergency fund. An emergency fund is your financial safety net. It's a stash of cash, typically 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses, set aside in a separate, easily accessible savings account. This isn't your vacation fund or your new car fund. This money has one job and one job only: to save you when life throws you a curveball. And trust me, life will always throw you a curveball. Your car breaks down. You have an unexpected medical bill. You lose your job. Without an emergency fund, how do you pay for these things? You rack up high-interest credit card debt, you take out a personal loan, or maybe you have to dip into your retirement savings, which comes with taxes and penalties. One single emergency can completely derail your financial plan and send you spiraling into debt. It forces you to make bad financial decisions out of desperation. Having that cash cushion gives you peace of mind. It gives you options. It turns a potential catastrophe into a manageable inconvenience. Building an emergency fund should be your absolute #1 priority before you start aggressively paying off debt or investing. It's the foundation upon which your entire financial house is built. Without it, everything else is at risk of crumbling. So there you have it. 5 silent destroyers of your financial future. No budget, ignoring high-interest debt, lifestyle inflation, not investing early, and no emergency fund. The good news is that it's never too late to turn things around. Recognizing these mistakes is the first and most important step. You can start today by creating a simple budget, making a plan to pay off that credit card, committing to save your next raise, opening an investment account, and starting to build your emergency fund, even if it's just $20 a week. Small, consistent actions are what lead to massive results over time. Taking control of your finances is one of the most empowering things you can do for yourself and your future. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you some valuable insights and maybe a little motivation to take action. If you found this helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content on building a better financial life. Let me know in the comments which of these mistakes you've struggled with the most. We're all in this together. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next video.